just like that, it looks like we're fully submerged, so welcome underwater, everyone. We're going to continue our descent all the way down to the seafloor, which you look straight down through your viewport there. You can see the bottom already. Those kind of dark shadows right there. Now, the closer we get, the clearer it will get, but while we make our way down, you can feel us tipping down like this, making our way down to the bottom of the ocean. I'll explain how our tour today is going to work. You guys have hopefully noticed by now you're all sitting on one side, right? You guys are sat on our port side. That's not because port side's the best side. That's because there are 13 of you up today. Our submarine holds 64 guests. So, usually when we have a full boat, what we have to do is we pass the structure on one side, we have to turn around and show the other side. So if you guys are all on one side, we don't have to turn around and show the other side. So we can just focus, put all of the structures here on this side. So in between structures, you won't be looking at the deep blue ocean that much. You'll always have something cool in front of you for the most part. Now that being said, all of our wildlife is not on payroll, so they don't always behave. So most likely today, if we're going to see something, it'll be behind you guys. But we'll let you know if we see anything. We're going to put all of the cool structures out on port side, and then we'll keep an eye out behind us on starboard side. And if we see something, I'm supposed to tell you not to jump over the seats. However, I won't be looking, and y'all know your bodies better than I do, alright?
I ain't jumping over that.
So in 43 feet, 44 feet.
45.
Alright, we're coming right on top of our first structures here. So if you guys look down, you can see our first kind of set of reefs under us.
It's an artificial reef, I think.
Now we're going to head down there and get a closer look at these structures.
There's some fish.
Now these structures we're looking at right here, these are actually ancient remains. They're the first ABC stores of Waikiki Hawaii. You got one on every corner. I'm just kidding, you guys. These are our pyramids. They're the first structures we put down here, and in 1989 we went to the University of Hawaii and asked them to create structures that would attract fish and grow coral. And so this is what they gave us. They're big concrete pyramids, weigh about 27 tons each. So we're going to be heading over to our next set of reefs here. I'll put them right in front of your viewports. Here we are lining up for the JRs, or Japanese reefs. Now we call them Japanese reefs because we got them from a company in Osaka, Japan. Now in Japan, these kinds of structures are used to grow seaweed, so that dark green wrap around sushi or spamusubi grows on structures like this. Now out here we don't have big long chains of seaweed, and that's because Hawaiian waters are actually warmer and saltier than Japanese waters are, so that kind of seaweed doesn't grow out here. So instead we grow our coral and house fish. Now if you guys see these yellow fish with a black dot at the base of their tail, those are your millet sea butterblood fish. They are an endemic species, which means they're only found out here naturally at least.
Big grouper, isn't it big?
doing a U-turn here, swinging around. We're going to go look at the back side of those JRs, and then we're going to kind of peel away and head over to our other artificial reefs out here. Now, right as we make this turn, you guys might notice our submarine moves at some whopping speeds out here. We top out at 2.5 miles an hour. This is as fast as we go. All 4 thrusters forward. So that means this turn that we're about to do right now is going to be the slowest U-turn of your life. But don't worry, you guys, we have so many more to do in the tour too. We've designed our submarine to go this slowly though. If we move too fast, everything's just a blur past your viewport. So going nice and slow means we can really look into those nooks and crannies, see all those cool critters. And then going this slowly also means that our fish can keep up with us. So if you guys have a fish come up to your viewport, they're checking you guys out. They can see in like we can see out. We're a big floating suit out here. Just make sure you give them a shout out, blow them a kiss, let them know you say hi. Right about now, this kind of bottom we're looking at where it's sandy, rocky, we have some algae. This is what the ocean looks like. 90% of the seafloor looks exactly like this. Those really pretty coral reefs only exist in about 2% of the world's oceans because corals are super picky little animals. They need the perfect conditions to grow. And so when we have structures, it helps them out. It gives them a nice hard place to attach. And so we do get more coral on our hard structures out here. And then sometimes if a coral finds like a big rock, we've got some of our coral heads out here. Alright, here we are lining back up for those JRs. Lots of our millet sea butterfly fish right here, those yellow ones. And right now we're going to slowly start to peel away, so those JRs are going to get farther and farther from us. You guys see those yellow and black striped fish down on the seafloor there? Those are Moorish idol, and that was Gil from Finding Nemo. We have every cast member from Finding Nemo out here except for Nemo and Dory. So I'm so sorry to break hearts. We won't be seeing Nemo or Dory out here. Everyone else, though. Alright, we're going to be pulling away here, heading down to the deepest part of our dive. Now we're heading directly offshore, so in front of us is the deep blue ocean, behind us is Waikiki Beach. And if y'all take a look up at those depth gauges, we've already hit 100 feet down.
100 feet down.
Now we're coming down to see if we're going to go look at some airplane rings out here. And they're going to be coming up right in front of you guys. Alright, here we are port side. Now before anyone gets nervous about these airplane wings, they're from a Mitsubishi aircraft and not a Boeing, so any up and down is totally safe. Oh, we've got 2 white-tip reef sharks right here on port side. There's, yeah, 2 of them right here showing off for you guys.
There.
Where?
Look
Right
at
there.
them.
They must have died today.
It's so fun to work in a submarine. It's the only place I can see a shark never tries to get closer. I do it up on shore, they yell at me.
Look at that shell down there. Oh, man.
Now, we put these wings down here intentionally. We put them down here in 1991, but that was in about 60 feet of water. If you guys take a look up at those depth gauges, we're nearly double that. And that's because in 1992, Hurricane Iniki came ripping through the Hawaiian Islands, And it lifted those wings off the bottom, ripped them off their concrete pillars, and threw them all the way down here. It took our divers about 3 months of back and forth swimming to find them again. And we got lucky they landed close to our dive site and kind of close together because we have another set coming up here.
Here,
Big fish.
yeah, they're down there too.
So if you guys see these 4 fish down on the seafloor right there, those are Dory's Hawaiian cousins.
Oh, we're kicking up some
Close as
dirt.
you'll get. All this sand right here, this is from us. It's not a super cool ocean creature. That's our thrusters right there. Alright, off into the distance we have that second airplane wing right here.
Look at all those fish. Okay. Coming one at your window.
Alright, if you haven't gotten a photo of the depth gauge, now's the time. We're lifting up off the bottom, heading over to our largest reefs out here. We'll be spinning the rest of the dive anywhere from like 8 feet to 60 feet in the water column. Now as we lift up off the bottom, if you guys see this grassy kind of algae right there, that is Halimeda algae, and it's cool for a couple reasons. The first is that it's a favorite snack of our green sea turtles. So if you're looking out at it, see a rock moving, it's probably a turtle. But it's also really cool because it's a calcifying species of algae, so that means it's hard. It's not soft like a leaf, it feels more like dry oatmeal. And when it dies, it'll actually turn bright white, break apart, turn into this white sand out here.
Really?
Alright, here we are lining up on port side for our largest artificial reef.
Oh, that turtle there. Yeah.
Now this is the YO 257. YO stands for Yard Oiler. 257 was her number on the production line. She was a big military vessel that served in World War II, the Vietnam War, and Korean War, and then was decommissioned and sold at auction in Guam. That's where we bought her out here, sunk it down to create this reef.
Nice.
You guys see all of these silverfish with the highlighter blue fins right there? Those are bluefin trevally or umilu. They're some of our predatory fish out here.
Concrete blocks down there.
Alright, so we're swinging around. We're going to take a look at the other side of the YO here. Usually, right, we'd have to show the other side, but since we get to see all of it outside of our viewports, we get to see both sides of the ship.
Alright, nice.
Now out here is a great spot to be looking for our sea turtles. I don't want to make hopes up, don't want to make any promises, but keep an eye out. They like to hang out here, marked on the algae.
There we saw one.
Yeah.
Nice and close. We'll put the YO here on port side.
He's just skimming the top of that thing.
Yeah, this is down by the waves.
Now if you see these white fish here with orange faces, orange back fins, those are pyramid butterfly fish. They're really cool to see out here. They're another endemic species. And then for our reefs, there are indicator species. So that means they tell us about the health of the reef. So when they're here, we know our reef is happy and healthy because those guys only live in the best reef conditions. If conditions were to deteriorate, they would go find someplace better to live.
Wow, look at all that.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
Alright, so we're coming past the stern there.